All right, let's talk about Mercenary Innovative Ordinance. First thing we'll do is look at the tree. I want you to check out this here. This is going to be power overrides. It is a little bit controversial. Most people would probably want to take the chaff flare, but I'm going to recommend the power overrides just for mobility. And also there's a raid buff here. You might want to take that. Depends. And also, if you're running and gunning, you can just turn off and swap to something else as the fight depends. But for this, I'm just going to show you how that works. It's really clever that they have that in there, and it's effective. Also, your hunter killer droid. This reduces the accuracy of, and you can have almost 100% uptime if there's two of you with a hunter killer droid. Then you have 100% uptime at all times. But I'm not going to show it in rotation. It's just you would just use that on cooldown. All right, so this class, first let's look at the gear. We've got, we're going to go with 100% accuracy, 110% accuracy, and I'm going to go with 2,200 alacrity and 3,200 crit. That makes it feel right for me. You might want to go with something else, and two more items here. So we have the concentrated fire, that's a no-brainer, and also the overcharged cell package, which is the updated version, is also a no-brainer. It gives you three uh, the for this class, the thermal detonator gives you 3 supercharge. We'll talk about supercharge in a minute, and also the um, supercharged gas makes your next rail sharp mag shot or emergency scan critically hit. So we're going to use that mag shot, and that'll make an insta crit, which this is obviously better than this one. And then we'll see energized charges, the duration of innovative ordnance, supercharged gas, and supercharged burn are doubled. Doubled. That is good. So let's take a look at what it does. Um, so before we look at all the moves, first thing you need to know is this class has energy problems. You probably already noticed as you play, it has energy problems. What I'm going to show you is how to mitigate those energy problems. And how you do that is with the gas. Before we do that, two things this class brings to the table that's amazing. One is with your serrated shot, which is kind of the same. All range classes bring something that it does marked. It just increases the damage taken by range class. All classes have that sort of thing. But this is one of the few classes that gives a saleable. An incendiary missile gives a saleable. So let's talk about that incendiary missile. You'll dump an incendiary missile on there, and it does this much damage over 15 seconds. So let's watch it. Let's check it out. Let's see what it does over the course of time that it happens on this target. We're going to slide this over the course of, you'll see the overall damage that it does. And it's about 20 something seconds. The overall, I'm not talking about damage per second, I'm talking about overall damage that happens. So just this move by itself does about 28,000 overall damage, right? Not per second, just overall damage, okay? So next, I want you to see the incendiary missile along with a supercharged gas. And you'll see that the supercharged gas is double. So if you can read it there, it mentions that the incendiary missile's burn applies a supercharged burn, which deals 32,000 elemental damage over 8 seconds. So with the tactical we're using, and with the tactical we're using, it doubles that effectiveness. So you'll see, so we will put a incendiary missile, apply that, just hit a shot. So you'll see that over the course of until it runs out, it's going to be over 100,000 damage that happens over the course of time. So this is your core ability that you're going to be using. You're looking to see how you can get that supercharged cell to pop on somebody with a incendiary missile with them. These two work together. It's amazing. Lots and lots and lots of damage. So 140,000 damage. Now, obviously, that's over a course of 26 seconds, but a fight lasts longer than 26 seconds often, so those two work together. All right, let's talk about how to get this supercharged gas to proc. First of all, if you look at I said this one's better. The reason this is better is a thermal detonator will generate 3 supercharge. That's good. Every 15 seconds, you can pop a thermal detonator, you'll have a supercharge. Supercharge looks like this right here. That is the proc for it, and it will generate. There's 3 ways to do it, 4 ways to do it now that you have the thermal detonator. So you can use your Colto shot, which I'm spamming over and over again. And so I don't know if you keybind or not, but I encourage you to at least keybind two things for this. It's almost necessary for the energy regeneration to keybind at least two things. So if you're running around the level or whatever you're doing, you're running around, I want you to spam that one key or whatever key you have keybind for your Colto shot. That will generate passively your supercharged gas and have it ready for when you absolutely need it, wherever it happens to be in your rotation, because it is a way to mitigate heat. As I said, heat problem. All right, the other way to do it is with rapid shots. You can also do it with power shot, and you can now do it with thermal detonator. So you have to balance what you're using with your heat generation and your heat reduction. So the two things, well, three things really, will drop your heat. A small amount your rapid shots will, because it's allowing time to pass and lowers your heat slightly. And your supercharged gas will lower it, and so will your heat vent. So on your tree, you might need to take that one. Depends on how good you are at managing heat. That's the one I'm going to take because I would love to have my jet boots, but I can't have it, and I'm sure would like to have um, an extra amount of defensives. But I've got to have that heat for a long battle. I got to have that heat knocked down. Okay, so I've been spamming this the entire time, so it's ready. It only takes 10. Um, and so what we're going to do here is go through whatever your opener is. I don't care what your opener is. Do your opener however you like to do your opener. Finish out your opener. Pop a vent heat because you're going to be popping as much heat as possible to get that nice bursty damage right at the beginning. So hit a vent heat, and then I want you to do this rotation here. It's going to be a serrated shot, rapid shot, thermal detonator, mag shot, power shot, mag shot, incendiary missile, missile blast, power shot, rapid shots, and start over as serrated shot. So you'll do these in a row and start over forever. The only variation in it is you are going to spam the 7, or for me it's the 7 key, but supercharged gas as soon as it comes available. And you can do this literally forever. So let me show you how it works. This is my opener. It's not necessarily your opener, but you can use whatever you want. I'm going to, just before the team pulls, I'm going to have a precast and go in. You want to set this incendiary missile. Electronet on cooldown, I forgot to mention that. It will come off cooldown eventually, but it's a very long cooldown, so it's not really worth mentioning. One other item I wanted to bring up is the grenade here, the thermal detonator, will automatically explode if you use a mag shot or a power shot. So you don't have to wait for those to come off. Oops, 7 messed up. And one other thing that I'd like you to do on cooldown is just before. So I'm all about instant casting. So just before either missile blast or this particular power shot or this serrated shot, pop a power surge, so that the next two abilities you use are instant. So that's instant, that's instant, that's instant, that's instant, and this power shot should be instant. And it wasn't, but that's okay. Did mess up in there somewhere, but you can see I'm having no heat problems. I can literally do this forever, not having any heat problems at all. Oh, I changed targets, but you get the idea. That's basically how I run it. It's from here to here. If you want to min-max a little bit more, there's you can obviously do your Electronet on cooldown. Absolutely required. Do that Electronet on cooldown. You will always use supercharged gas on cooldown, no matter what. That's a must, or you'll run out of heat. And you can use, in place of this specific rapid shot, if you're watching your gas, if you're watching your heat, if you were doing that, I don't because I'm just too lazy, but if you were, you could swap these two around. You could just add this rapid shot in here and let it ride and just keep doing this over and over again. You're going to generate too much heat having this power shot here, but you're also going to generate supercharged gas, so you're not losing the supercharged gas, but you are generating a little bit extra heat. So you can think about using that swapping out. You could literally just, what I would do is drop down here and go back to here. That way this is instant, this after the super power surge would be instant, 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 long cast, instant, and then you start over long cast. So I'm all about the instant cast because of mechanics. If you've got to move, you've got to move. So that's just about all I have. You can play around with it. I'm not going to go over the defensives. If you play this class, you know about the defensives. I do encourage you to at least, if you don't keybind, at least keybind. Keybind the Colto at the, well, supercharged gas, but Colto shot and supercharged gas, and you'll be just fine out there. That's all I got for you.